रोम रोम पुलकित हो उठता पावन पा
Om Shanti. Good morning, everyone. So, we are going to continue the rest of the Murli. It was a long Murli. So, in that Murli, Baba has been telling us how Baba wants to see all of us. Baba wants to see us equal to Him. Baba reminded us, who are we? We are Almighty, Master Almighty Authority children. We are the images of support for the world. We are the world transformer souls. So, Baba is asking us to bring about the transformation in ourselves. We have to change ourselves instead of trying to change others or trying to change the situation. We need to change ourselves. And then Baba was telling us how Baba does not like when children, they speak weak languages like I cannot change, or it's very hard, or my sanskara is like that. So Baba wants all of us not to use that kind of language, because that way we are not benefiting ourselves. We are actually damaging our own fortune. So we ended at that point. So we will continue from there. Baba was saying that become powerful in the task of world benefit, transform your weak language, and create your future. So this Murli is from 30th of June, 1977. The rest of the Murli we will be reading. So Baba says, the Father knows that you make a lot of effort, that you have had renunciation and tolerated a great deal. However, Baba cannot bear to see the slightest weakness in those he loves. He constantly has good wishes for you to become elevated. This is why, while seeing and hearing all of that, he is signaling you to become complete. BapDada constantly cooperates with the children at every step and will continue to do so until the end. The Father does not dislike anyone. He constantly has positive thoughts for even those who defame him. Therefore, constantly take his cooperation and continue to move along. Realize the importance of Amrit Vela and continue to take blessings from the Father. So Baba is telling us the importance of Amrit Vela, that we need to realize, because that is the time when Baba comes especially for us and he showers his blessings upon us. So at that time, we have to stay awake and alert and open to receive his blessings. So Baba says the end of the season does not mean the end of his cooperation. So that was the maybe last Murli. Maybe Baba used to come 1977 till June. So that was the last time Baba came for that season. So Baba is saying the end of the season does not mean the end of his cooperation. BapDada's hand and company are with every child in every form and in every relationship. Now, according to the drama, you have been given some time. Therefore, consider this to be your luck and take benefit of the time. See, Baba has extended the time for us. So Baba says, see, you are so lucky. You are getting more time to prepare yourself for the final examination. So Baba says, you are the hands of the clock of destruction. Very powerful words from Baba. You are the hands of the clock of destruction. When you become complete, time will come to an end. Therefore, constantly maintain thoughts of the original self and be a spinner of the discus of self-realization. Swadarshan Chakradhari. Acha, now BapDada is giving his love and remembrances to the souls who have become instruments to make their future fortune, to those who reveal the image of tomorrow through the self, to the Master Almighty Authority children who constantly give a return to the Father. BapDada's love, remembrance, and namaste. So we spiritual children also say love, remembrance, and namaste to our sweet BapDada. Then BapDada is meeting groups. So Baba is telling many things about being a great donor. So Baba says, what sign would be visible in the children who are great donors, Mahadani? What benefits do you have when you become a great donor? Good questions Baba is asking us about the signs and the benefits of being a great donor. So then Baba is explaining what does it mean to be a great donor. So Baba says to be a great donor means that nothing but the Father and service attracts you to itself. Nothing but the Father and service attracts you to itself, and that you remain constantly absorbed in this love. Lagan mein magan. That means to be a great donor. That means you are only attracted towards Baba and Baba's service. And you have so much love for Baba. So Baba says, a great donor is one who continues to give at every moment. No soul should return from you empty-handed. Very powerful definition about great donor. Then Baba says, if you do not become a great donor, how would you become a bestower of blessings? That means Vardani. That means before you become Vardani, you have to be Mahadani. So Baba says, those who are great donors and bestowers of blessings are world benefactors. Mahadani and Vardani. Only those are Vishwa Kalyankari, world benefactors. So Baba says, when you constantly give what you receive, it increases. There cannot be any time or day in which you great donor children would not have donated something. So this is a good checking point that we need to donate, Keep donating, keep donating. Then Baba is telling us to be a great donor means to serve others. And by serving others, you automatically serve yourself. This is something to think about. How, when we serve others, we are automatically served. Baba is telling how. Baba says to be a great donor means to make the self full of all treasures. To give to others is to receive. So when we are serving, we are receiving. So this is how we are serving ourselves. We give and we receive. We give and we receive from Baba. And also from them, because we get their blessings from them. And this is how our treasures begin to increase. So Baba says to however many souls you give happiness, peace, power, and knowledge, the sound of attainment or gratitude that emerges from those souls becomes a form of blessings for you. So this is how we increase our treasures. Because when we give, then we are not only receiving from Baba, but we are receiving from others also. Their blessings we are getting. So this is how we increase the treasures. So Baba says their blessings will continue to help you make progress. You will experience limitless happiness by receiving blessings from all those souls. Limitless happiness. Therefore, in order for you to become a great donor in all four subjects, Baba is saying you have to be a great donor in all four subjects. That means we have to give knowledge, then we have to help them connect to Baba, meditation, yoga, and then we have to also donate virtues. That is the dharana, subject of dharana. And then we have to serve them in many different ways. Mind, body, through our face, through our intentions. So we have to keep donating. So Baba says, in order for you to become a great donor in all four subjects, make a program for yourself at Amrit Vela. You shouldn't be lacking in any subject. See, Baba wants us to become perfect. Then Baba is changing the topic. Baba says, why is the saying, break away from everyone else and connect all your relationships to the one, so well known? Why is the saying, break away from everyone else or sang tod and connect all your relationships to the one, ek sang jod? Why this saying is so well known? Baba says, in order to be loving to the one Father, you have to detach yourself from everyone else. When you have attained all relationships with the one, you are easily able to move away from everyone else. Right? So only when we detach. The first step is, of course, to some extent, we need to detach from others. Only then we will be able to attach to Baba. And when we attach to Baba, then we will be able to take from Baba his love. And then we begin to experience and we become so full that we don't feel like taking love from anyone else. In fact, we start to overflow with Baba's love. So in this way, we start to share Baba's love with others. So Baba says, when you have attained all relationships with the one, you are easily able to move away from everyone else. And this is the reason why Baba keeps telling us to experience all relationships with one Baba. Because if Even if, we experience all relationships but one, if we don't experience, for example, a relationship of, maybe sometimes, Baba's children, they say, it's hard to experience Baba as my child. Some students, they say like that. So if that relationship, that soul is not able to experience from Baba, then what will happen? Then the intellect will be pulled. Yeah, sorry about that. I think it got disconnected for a moment. Let me share. I think I'm not able to share the screen. Can you please make me co-host again?
Just give me a minute. So you will be able to share now.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. So, yeah, so what I was telling that, if, someone has not experienced that relationship of child, from Baba, then their intellect will be pulled towards their own children. So that is why Baba says that you should experience all relationships with me, so that you are so full that there is no pull towards anyone. So Baba says, when you have attained all relationships with the one, you are easily able to move away from everyone else. It is easy for you to break away from everyone else and to connect yourself to the one. Because when you have attained everything from the one, nothing would be lacking for your intellect to wander. First, you receive love and then you become detached. And this is why it is easy to be detached from everyone and loving to the Father is known as being like a lotus. Check whether you are like a lotus. So Baba is asking us to do this checking, whether I am detached and loving like a lotus flower or not. So detached from everyone and loving to the one Father. So Baba says, check whether you are like a lotus. You are not being splashed with mud, are you? Then Baba is asking another question. What is the sign of a worthy teacher? So Baba is explaining us the difference between simply a teacher and a worthy teacher. So Baba says a worthy teacher is one who serves at every second and in every thought. Point to be noted. A worthy teacher is one who serves at every second and in every thought. If a second or a thought goes to waste, you might be called a teacher, but not a worthy teacher. So there should not be any waste. If we want to become a worthy teacher, Baba says there should not be any trace of waste, not for even a second. So Baba says a worthy teacher is one who is yog yukt and is therefore yukti yukt. Every thought of a yog yukt soul is powerful. So sign of a yog-yukt soul, Baba is telling us, is every thought is going to be powerful. And Dadi Prakashmani, she was an example. Whatever thoughts she would have, her every thought would be very powerful, because it will be fruitful. She had this, this pure thought of creating a peace spark, and that peace spark got created. She had one time said that I want to see about 100,000, that is 1 lakh. I want to see a gathering of 1 lakh people. And just, she said that in 1 month, or maybe 21 days or something like that, she said, and everyone started to think how we are going to bring so many people. But then more than 1 lakh people showed up. So her every thought was so powerful, because she was a worthy teacher, a yukti soul. So Baba says, when the seed of thought is powerful, the fruit will also be powerful. An instrument is one who is an example. As is the example, so would the others be the same. Baba always says, whatever you do, others will follow you. So if you are a good instrument, then others will also follow your example. Then Baba says, how much do you wish to hear? How much have you heard this season? Now the destiny of the drama is telling you to go beyond sound. You have now received a lot of teachings. Now, having heard all of this, the upheaval of the body is also the instrument to tell you that you have to merge it all. That is, you have had many teachings. Now, after having heard everything, it is the season to become an embodiment of it. So Baba is saying, you heard a lot. Now you have to become that, whatever you heard. And Baba says, for how many years has the season for hearing knowledge continued? Whether through the Sakar form or through the revised course, the season for hearing knowledge has lasted a long time. Now do service through your form. This is the last season in which the drums of revelation can be beaten. The noise is to stop, and there will be silence. The drums will only sound through silence. What Baba is saying, the drums will only sound through silence. Silent drumming. See, such a beautiful statement. Baba says, for as long as the drums are being beaten through your lips, the drums of revelation will not be heard. When the drums of revelation are beaten, the drums through your lips will have become quiet. It is victory for silence over signs that has been remembered, not that of words. So Baba is telling us how Baba would be revealed, not through words, but through the power of silence. And we have to practice that. We have to go beyond sound. not come into words all the time, but keep practicing going beyond sound a lot, because that is what is going to reveal Baba. So Baba says, what will you recognize as the completion of time? You will automatically not feel like coming into sound. We ourselves will not feel like coming into sound. This will not be according to a set program, but your natural stage. Our natural stage. We will not feel like speaking anything, because the soul by nature is silent in the soul world. Soul does not speak anything. Soul is just silent. So we will come to that natural stage, our original stage. So Baba says there is no set program for that. But you will naturally come into that stage. Baba says, what was the sign of perfection that you saw in Sakar Father, in Brahma Baba? Whether it was 2 minutes or 1 minute, it could be recognized from this stage. When you come into sound a lot more, there will automatically be disinterest. Just as you now have the habit of coming into sound whenever you want, in the same way, you should develop the habit of going beyond sound whenever you want and only come into sound according to a program. And this is the practice Mama used to do. She would always be up there and she would come down only when needed. So that is true yoga, always staying beyond, and coming down only when we are required, we are needed. So Baba says, when you see this change, you can then understand that the drums of victory are about to beat. Nowadays, if you were to ask the majority of people everywhere, they would say that they want peace a lot more than happiness. They consider the experience of even 1 moment of peace to be as elevated as attaining God. Just 1 moment of peace. That is what people are looking for. 1 drop of peace. So, those who give the experience of peace within a second would naturally be embodiments of peace themselves. So this is where we have to reach. We have to give the experience of peace to others within a second, 1 second. Then Baba is saying, when will destruction take place? Who will become an instrument for that? Who are the hands of the clock? The hands are the instruments to make the clock strike. So, who are the hands for the bells of destruction to chime? Baba is asking. Have you accumulated a stock of all powers? If you haven't accumulated any stock, you cannot receive a reward for many births. So our stock has to be full. Baba is saying, otherwise, how are you going to receive reward for so many birds? This is the time to accumulate. So Baba says, during this 1 birth, you have to accumulate for many birds. Have you accumulated enough to last you for 21 birds? Have you accumulated enough to donate as great donors to beggar souls? So we have to accumulate our stock should be such that we have to accumulate not only for ourselves, but also for those beggar souls who are really begging to get that experience of peace, especially, Baba is saying. So Baba says, constantly check your stock. You need to have all powers in your stock. It isn't that it doesn't matter if you have the power to accommodate, but not the power to tolerate. Baba says all the 8 powers, 8 master powers, and all other powers you have to have. Now the next statement is very powerful. The question in the final test paper will be in connection with whatever powers you lack. See, Baba is telling us the question paper. What question is going to come to us? Baba is disclosing that. Now we know the question, but we don't know the date when it's going to happen. But the question is out. Worldly examination, they know the date, but they don't know the paper, question paper. But here, Baba is telling us what question we are going to have in the examination. Whatever we lack, that power is going to really, we have to see how we can accumulate that power that we are lacking. So we have to prepare ourselves for that. So Baba says, do not ever think I don't have 6. At least I have 2. Yeah, out of 8 powers, I have at least 2. Or I do not have any dharana, but at least I am doing service. Or I am not doing service, but at least I have yoga. So all 4 subjects are also important for us to really get 100% marks in those 4 subjects. So Baba says you need to have everything just as Baba has everything. Baba wants all of us to be like him. So Baba says knowledge, powers, virtues, etc. Our Baba has all of this. So Baba wants us also to be full with knowledge, powers, virtues. So Baba says, therefore, follow the Father. Remain constantly engaged in accumulating your stock through thoughts of the original self. Now Baba is telling us the method, how to accumulate. By constantly creating thoughts of the original self. Swachintan, Baba says in Hindi. We have to keep thinking, who am I? What do I have? Think about all the treasures that we are getting from Baba. Keep thinking about those treasures and keep experiencing them. The more we experience, the more Baba says, you will remember this. You will remember this period of time a great deal in the future. At that time, you should not have to think or repent about this. Therefore, engage yourself now in thinking of your original self. Baba does not want us to repent at the end. So that's why Baba is saying you engage yourself in thinking of your original self. Original self means spinning the cycle. Keep spinning the cycle. That's why Baba has given us this homework. Throughout the day, at least 12 times, every traffic control, spin the cycle. That way, you will accumulate a lot of powers. So Baba says, are you constantly engaged in making your progress in every subject? Then Baba says, increase the experience of every virtue. The more progress you make in this, the more newness you will experience. Baba wants us to experiment with every virtue. Now, Baba says, research into how you can become an embodiment of experience and you will have great pleasure. Just as the Father is the ocean, so you have to become master oceans. You now need to make this type of effort. Yeah, the effort, which effort we have to make? To become master oceans, just like Baba. So, embodiment of experience. Then Baba says, now Baba is changing the topic a little bit about serviceable souls. Baba says, serviceable souls played their parts of serving. What is the speciality of serviceable souls, seeing which others would say that they are first class serviceable souls? So now Baba will tell us who are first class serviceable souls. So Baba says all are number wise even in serving. What is the speciality of the number one serviceable souls? The visible speciality in first class serviceable souls is that while serving, they would reveal the Father's virtues and task. While serving, they would reveal the Father's virtues and task. They would not just be serving through action. Even while serving physically, their every action at every step would reveal the Father's virtues and task. This is the first class service. So, underline point. What is the first class service? As we are serving, our every action and at every step, we should be able to reveal the Father's virtues and task. So Baba says, while serving, you should experience yourself to be a master ocean of knowledge, happiness, and peace. So who am I? We have to be in that consciousness at that time while we are serving. I, the soul, am a master ocean of knowledge, master ocean of happiness, master ocean of peace. When we are aware of this self-respect, then we will be able to give and give and give. Because we are having that ocean consciousness. And ocean is always full. It will never get empty. So we'll keep giving, keep giving, keep giving. So Baba says, so do you have this type of aim or just remain tireless in service? A first class serviceable soul means one who does all three types of service simultaneously through your face, through your mind, and through your deeds. Your image should reveal the sparkle of a spiritual server. That is, an angelic sparkle should be visible. Farishtepan ki jhalak, Baba says in English, in Hindi. Farishtepan ki jhalak. So that should be our face, angelic sparkle. And then what should be in our mind? Baba says, your elevated attitude should serve through your mind. In this way, all three types of service should be done simultaneously. This is known as being a first-class server. Then Baba says, to serve is a virtue, but to remain a master ocean of all virtues is a speciality that cannot be found anywhere else. See, that's why Baba says we are special souls. No one can become a master ocean of all virtues like you. This is the speciality, my children. So Baba says everyone can become tireless, but nowhere else could one find all-round serviceable souls who do all three types of service simultaneously. So, reveal the speciality of Brahmins according to the aim and its qualifications. What special task will you perform now? You were told to become even more introverted and go into the depths of the attainments of the pilgrimage of remembrance and have very deep experiences. So Baba must have given them the homework in the previous Murli maybe. So Baba is saying that you were told to become introverted and go deep inside and experience and have deep experience. The Baba says, research this subject. Baba has given the research topic. Introverted, pilgrimage of remembrance, and deep experience. So Baba says, create a thought and then check its result. Did the thought you have taken, that you take, did the thought you have take practical form or not? To what percentage is there a practical result of the power you have imbibed? Now stay in the laboratory of the depth of experience. Researchers, they are all the time in the lab. So Baba says, you also go deep into the experience, the laboratory of the depth of experience. Just stay there, keep experiencing. So Baba says, others should feel that you are totally beyond this world and lost in special love. Right? Researchers, they are labeled like that, right? They have no clues about the outside world. They are in their own lab, trying to experiment different things. They are lost in their own things, their own experiments. So Baba says, you become like that. Baba says, now make your karma and yoga even more balanced. Increase your practice of having a powerful stage of yoga while performing karma. To keep this balance means to have an intense speed. So when we are performing any action, we have to maintain a very powerful stage of yoga. So Baba says, because you don't maintain this balance while you move along, instead of having an intense speed, you move at an ordinary speed. Therefore, just as you invent things for service, so now also make special time to practice and experience this and bring about some newness. Baba always wants some or the other newness in our efforts, in service. Right? So Baba is asking us to come up with some newness. So Baba says, become an example for everyone in this. Everyone speaks of yoga being remembrance, and to be in yoga means to be connected. However, now go into the depths of the practical form of this connection. What the proof of it is and what you attain through it. Not the gross form, but go into the depths of its spirituality. Then the angelic form will be revealed. The way to achieve this revelation is, first of all, to have all the experiences visible in the self. What result did you hear of the service in the foreign lands? What created an impression? Drishti and the power of spirituality. Even though they may not understand the language, the impact that stays with them is your angelic face and the spiritual look in your eyes. So again, Baba is telling us that through our face, through our looks, through our eyes, we have to reveal Baba. So you saw this result. So many Westerners, they came to Baba just through drishti, in the power of spirituality. So Baba says at the end, you will not have that much time or that much energy while moving along. The power of speech will also decrease. However, the task to be achieved through words and actions can be achieved a lot more by using the power of spirituality. Just as you have developed the practice of coming into sound, so you will also develop the practice of spirituality and will have no desire to come into sound. No desire to come into sound. Cha Om Shanti. It's a long Murli. So let's take a moment of silence as Baba instructed us, going beyond sound. Then you can share your points. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, a very powerful Murli. Baba has emphasized on all the four subjects simultaneously. Not that just one subject, like I am not good in dharana, but good in service, and other examples Baba has given. Baba expects all the four subjects, one to be the master ocean of master ocean in all the subjects, and that will come through when we are full of just like him in all powers, virtues, and the key to that is becoming an embodiment, experiencing all those attainments, and that will reflect through the face, through the words and the deeds. That will reflect automatically, naturally. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Baba says, going forward, the noise will stop and there will be only silence. And the drums, will, it will be through the silence, Baba says. Automatically, people will not feel like, going into sound. I mean, will not feel like going into sound. So, which will be, I think, towards the perfection that we, as we progress further. And toward the end, one line Baba says that at the end, you will not have that much time and energy. So time is, the time, when the time gets closer, then there won't be time. But energy, I was like, we will run out of energy. What does Baba meant there? I was trying to catch. Baba also said that the power of speech will also decrease, and it will be only through the silence towards the end. Om Shanti. Sister, would you like to clarify this? The energy, what Baba meant?
Yeah, I think the energy, I'm not sure, but maybe Baba is talking about that the entire energy will change in the sense that we will not feel like speaking anything, but we would like to be in our original form. Our original form is that of staying in silence. So we would be more, we would try to be in our natural stage instead of speaking. So that energy of words will change into energy of silence.
Thank you, Sister. Thank you. And also, it is good to know the final paper, the question.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was one of the interesting things with Baba has made us very clear. Such a nice examiner who has already told us what's going to be the paper coming in. So I think that actually filled me with so much of preparedness and checking on my own self as to, oh, this is going to be the paper, which means I need to get myself tight now on these areas.
Yeah.
And then in today's Murli Baba says that you are the hands of the clock of destruction. Now, one reflection is, yes, Baba says you are the hands of the clock of destruction. That also means that you are the support for the foundation of construction as well. So don't be afraid of destruction, because it's only after destruction is complete is when construction will happen. So that's another reflection point from today's Murli, to go deep and understand what Baba means for this by destruction here, and what's going to be my role in this, or what's going to be my part in destruction. Shanti.
So the question is actually very easy, but to become that an image or embodiment of our Dharana Murti, I think so much of a practice is required, right? To show the 8 powers in our Dharana, right? How much practice one must do. Baba gave a very good example. I mean, follow father. Baba was that. So just one power, tolerate is, accommodate is there, but tolerate is not there. But still we are. I am doing service, but I am not doing meditation. That is also not enough.
So that's why papers are good, na? If they're coming, obstacles are coming, so they're good. They're preparing us for the final exam. So we should be happy when there are obstacles coming, or someone is coming in our way. So we should be grateful to them that because of you, I'm able to practice this power.
Right, but you should also check, right? Am I imbibing all the powers, or so? Is it like this? We can also think there will be questions coming on our day-to-day life when we go out, right? So there'll be questions coming from all 8 powers in order to make us strong in those each dharma. Right. Take it in that way, right?
Yeah. We have to be fully prepared, because Baba has clearly told us the one that you are lacking, that is what is going to come in the exam. So we have to check, we have to keep checking which power we are lacking in.
Om Shanti. Sister, I think the beauty is there are 4 subjects, and each subject has got 8 topics or chapters. And these 8 chapters are nothing but the 8 powers. So whether it is Gyan, Yoga, Dharana, or Seva, these eight chapters are always there, but it will be in that particular subject. So these 8 powers really play a big role, and they, for example, in Gyan, one like I should have all the knowledge about all these 8 powers. What are they in the real sense, and how it can be implemented practically. Then comes this yoga. In yoga also, the experience of the attainments of these 8 powers from the Supreme Father. And dharana also, these 8 powers will come into play. Then only dharana will happen. Otherwise, and vice versa. And seva also, these come into interplay. No, so I think, is this analogy correct? There are 4 subjects, and each subject has got 8 chapters or 8 sections. All are to be covered. Om Shanti.
Yeah, and actually, Baba has told us only 8 are the master powers, but there are many more. There are other powers too. 8 are the main ones, but then we have to work towards perfecting other powers as well, like the power to concentrate, power of determination. All those powers are other
Yes,
powers.
yes, sister. The 8 are the main representative of all the powers, and the method Baba said is to go back to the original stage, to keep going back to the original stage, experiencing it, bringing into the awareness that who am I, and that original stage is the decisive thing. It creates a stage, and then automatically things follow.
Yeah.
That's what method Baba said. Na? Maybe you can elaborate a little more on that.
Yeah, I think we don't have that much time now, Rakhi Ben. We running
Yes,
out of time.
yeah, we can move on to meditation with that reflection.
Sure. Okay. So let's see ourselves as master oceans of knowledge, master ocean of powers and virtues. Let's stabilize ourselves in our original stage by going beyond this physical world, detaching from this world and going into that silence. And silence is the power that is needed to come back to our original stage, our natural stage. So be very silent, because only when we are silent, we can be close to Baba. And only when we are close to Baba, we can harness His powers, His virtues, His wisdom become ours when we are in close proximity to Him. So let's see ourselves very close to Baba, absorbing His love, becoming full, and reaching to our stage of perfection, and revealing Baba to the world through our sparkling faces and our elevated attitude, and vision. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Kanishka Man. Thank you, Divine Family. We meet tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Keep reflecting on what's the original Swaroop in which I can stabilize myself and check on the powers as in homework today. See you all tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.